Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
On to the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Swing and a miss with the hook. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. No, we don't see enough.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Are we going to see a jab? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy. There's the bell to start round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round? Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Jab misses. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? Perfect start.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frame of this bout?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Can make or break a fighter.
That'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. On to the... Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. You'd like to see more jabs. What do you think? Did you see that? Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner?
Go, Sean Porter. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They got some work to do. Let's talk about Sean Porter in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Caution being thrown to the wind. That uppercut just missed. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The courage on display here is incredible. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that lap. There's the bell to start round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, If it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
That right hook catching air. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Round 8, and we're off again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter shot. They got out of the way of that right hook. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nope, that hook won't score. They both want a highlight reel knockout. A lot of effort being exerted here. The stamina is off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Larry Holmes, 6'3" tall, weighed in at 226 pounds, and has an 81-inch reach. And across the ring from him, Rocky Marciano. He's 5'10" tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. Undefeated.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
And here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes, perhaps one of the most underrated and underappreciated heavyweight champions of all time. He's got plenty of power and one of the best jabs in the heavyweight division. Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. This man is an absolute machine.
Look at this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner from Easton, Pennsylvania, here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. You'd like to see more jabs. And hook scores. Jab to the body. Fundamentals always help. And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they do. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The courage on display here is incredible. No rest for the weary. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up with your jab and start gathering your pace. And then that's right. Take away shots. This part is ready to go.
Here we go. It's round 2. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you can make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until you're sensing the combat.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
He's a mad kind of fight. He's boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and on the way.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this, because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
And caught him with a left hook. That jab scores. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use the speed. Frustrate and make them walk into a shot.
One punch could change everything in this battle. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. In the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight in one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. He threw the hook, didn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good man. Get back in position. Get in the middle. Go back round and then in the middle. Great work. Stay focused. Don't get back. And then we go again. Get out there and switch. Get this boxing back together. Get out there. Get your boxing back together. Listen, he's setting up. He'll take it out. He's ready to wait. It's smart. As I see it, he'll grind it back. Go out there. Let everything in the back and then let him back in. All the time.
the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Power, that power might be the do or die. Power might be the equalizer.
Those counter punches have to hurt. A perfect counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Only catching air with that hit. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Catch and shoot. Nice job. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get up there and get the job done.
Two straights down the middle.
Time for the 5th round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Don't get trigger happy because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the table. Let's start the 6th. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Do you believe what we are seeing? Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Round 7, here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smart enough. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket.
Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. And he fails to score with that left hook. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swing and a miss with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Breathe, just get around. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his tracks. Come on.
And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he scores with the counter. Missing with the hook. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down! It's go back to the drawing board time, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.
Lighteth every man and woman that cometh into this continent, into this world of America today.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you, always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. The Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury. This multi-time...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
We've waited a long time for this fight. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Ooh, look at that left jab. The straight right just misses. The straight right just misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punches are the best.
Punch output, plus there might be more action here. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than
Caution being thrown to the wind. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
you're fighting the counter.
Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it.
Unbelievable hot.
Here we go. It's round 2. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the foul in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And follow with a straight right hand. One punch could change everything in this battle. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, you know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Body shots are flashy, but sometimes they're more damaging, especially for the later rounds. Which one of these athletes, did you see that? The Brown Bomber in some trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
I'm trying to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you, and push his own weight on him.
And write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
A Brown Bomber couldn't take any more. Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to block.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Which fighter will say no mas? They call it the Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. That time counter shot. Can they figure out the combination to this save?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. That jab misses. Needs to get some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he's got this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use pain with a brain.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He misses with that jab. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Insane action. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a... Round 7, here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Power.
Oh, Johnny, take a look at this action. Joe Louis in trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
EJ's now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Missed him with that uppercut. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
All right, forget the knockdown. Just forget about the knockdown.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end? Down goes Fury! So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.